lot of nuts!
Moshi Moshi hyenas, and welcome back to Pixel Purgatory, where memes get judged. Who, what, when, where, and why. Let's get rid of all of the basic information we need about this meme so that you have a good enough understanding and we can start over-analyzing the underwhelming. Who is this meme? Today's meme covers Alex Jones, a political commentator who's done everything from been on mainstream news articles to Joe Rogan, but this guy has been a figure in the meme space for some ridiculous things over a dozen times over the course of the last 10 years. In fact, I think one of the best ways to sort of explain to you who Alex Jones is to read through some of the sub-entries in his Know Your Meme article page. So we've got Alex Jones's gay frogs rant. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of retarded. Shirtless Alex Jones at lunch, and my personal favorite, Alex Jones, I'll eat your ass rant. Now, it's a little bit difficult to give you a concise answer as to who this individual is, but hopefully that does an okay job at covering some of the surface level who is Alex Jones. What is this meme? This meme encompasses a short video of Alex Jones ranting about liberals in some capacity on one of the number of internet or news shows that he has been on. Honestly, it's a little bit easier to just show you than try to explain it to you.
Liberal, happy fun, la la la, human smuggling, fentanyl deaths, forced government euthanasia.
When and where is this meme? It's a little bit difficult to tell exactly which one of his internet shows or which one of his ridiculous rants that he goes on these shows in order to perfectly pinpoint when this clip is from, but where? Pretty much everywhere on the internet. Over the course of the last, I would say, a couple of weeks, I've been seeing this clip be shared all over TikTok, Twitter, Reddit. It's really become a bit of a go-to response image, go-to response video for literally everything under the sun, as we will explore in just a bit. And why is this meme? Well, that is going to take a teeny bit more dissection. As always, in an effort to try to evaluate the quality of this meme here on Pixel Purgatory, I have developed a 100-point grading rubric that I have dubbed the Hyena Principle, and we will be slowly making our way through every one of these facets in an effort to try to examine just how quality of a meme this meme truly is, starting with H, the heartbeat. When we're taking a look at the heart of a meme, we are basically trying to focus in on two categories that really encompass the core of what the meme is. The first subcategory is the construction, a focus on the visual, audio, and anything else that has to do with what goes into making this the Alex Jones liberal meme, as well as the efficacy. How good of a job does this meme do at portraying or evoking or accomplishing whatever it is that people want to use this meme for? So really quick, let's just take a look at this meme from front to back and see exactly what's going on, shall we?
Liberal, happy fun, la la la, human smuggling, fentanyl deaths, forced government euthanasia.
So when we're talking about the heart of this meme, we're really trying to take a look at the visual and audio elements that go into making this what it is. Now, you can take a look from the meme that this is a sort of low resolution screen grab of Alex Jones going on one of his rants about liberals. Now, the resolution of this is relatively low, and it's difficult to tell if the reason for that is because it was low to begin with or because this has been repeatedly uploaded and downloaded, resulting in JPEG artifacting and a lowering of bit rate through conversions and compression and what have you. But then you can also take a look at the fact that it's subtitled underneath, and I can recognize that the subtitles are actually the automatic subtitles you get when you upload a video on TikTok. So this is something that somebody has grabbed from one of his streams or one of his shows, uploaded to TikTok, and then used TikTok's automatic robotic voice to apply this TikTokification, which I think does a lot for this meme. Because in reality, Alex Jones, I think regardless of the political spectrum that you adhere to, most people agree is a bit of a crazy person. And so you can assume that this guy's going on a little bit of a crazy rant. So to parallel that with the sort of whimsy of come with me to my favorite ice cream place and using the same sort of captioning that a TikTok would use on this, takes away a lot of the serious narrative implications that might come with a political commentary show, and instead provides a level of comical relief that I think everybody already sort of gets from the individual that Alex Jones is. I think the other thing to pay attention to when we're talking about this Alex Jones gif is that in the show it cuts between a couple of different camera angles, seemingly in an effort to try to add to the production value of the show that Alex Jones is on. But even just in that clip, it already sort of parodies itself with, look at this high production, this cool background we've got, the professionalism of Alex Jones in a nice shirt and papers in front of him as if he's done research or anything, completely offset by the fact that he's like sing-songy, making fun of what he assumes are very serious issues with the liberal agenda or the current government state or what have you, by trying to be this goofy, silly character, when in reality he's always a very goofy, silly character because nobody takes him very seriously, right? And then taking a look at what the second half of the heart category is, we want to take a look at the efficacy. How good of a job does this meme do at achieving its goal of being a meme, right? So what is this meme typically used for? Most people are using this in an effort to try to showcase a ridiculous stance that they have, and then sort of pit them against somebody who has a more neutral or grounded stance on that same topic by simply calling them a liberal. For instance, here's this first tweet that goes, "You can't just call every deck you lose to toxic," obviously talking about trading card games, where if you lose to somebody, you just make fun of whatever gameplay that they have, call it toxic, call it stupid. Because you lost to it, it is an inferior way to play the game. Obviously, that way of thinking in and of itself is a little bit toxic and flawed, but why acknowledge the fact that you're taking a flawed look at the way that you lost and reflect on your own issues when you could just call somebody a liberal over and over again, right? And the fact that Alex Jones is sort of the one speaking these words and being this ridiculous character that he is, I think plays into the fact that most of these statements in and of themselves are ridiculous. Here's another one. "You cannot tell someone to kill themselves just because they annoyed you." Oh, can't I? You must be a liberal, because that's completely normal behavior for me. I hope you guys can see. In this use case, I think it is great. I think it does an excellent job of cartoonishly portraying both the way that people sort of just use the word liberal, but also the way that Alex Jones carries himself. I think people did a really good job hitting the nail on the head with the execution of how this short video should be used. I think everybody picked up the ball and immediately knew how to play the game that they're playing. But then I also think it's got like an extra level of efficacy, because like Alex Jones, to our understanding, is completely like not self-aware. He doesn't recognize, at least in the character that he might be playing, that the things that he's saying are ridiculous. We are to believe that he wholly believes everything that comes out of his mouth, as stupid as they may be. And so that also plays into the way that people are using this image in tweets, because they are completely absolving themselves of any level of self-awareness that the ideas or the tweets that they're sending out are in and of themselves ridiculous. They're instead staying in blissful ignorance and just calling anybody who calls them out on their bullshit liberals, which I think is a beautiful little hand-in-hand tie-in to the original source material of the meme. So with that being said, taking a look at the heart category, I think that the Alex Jones GIF, the Alex Jones video, the liberal la 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 Alex Jones meme, it does have a lot of aspects to it that really speak into the way that the meme is being used. And while there really is only sort of one application, the fact that it's so widely usable, so widely applicable across multiple fandoms, across multiple things, it is very much an S-tier rage baity reaction GIF in order to just portray people that disagree with you as soft libtards. And that's effectively what Alex Jones even is doing in this video, assuming that I have the context of it, which I don't really have any negative marks. And so I think, you know, at least according to the grading rubric, in the heart category, perfect 25 points. Congrats. Moving into the second category of the hyena rubric, we have Y, which is yield, which I think I spelt correctly this time, which has three major subcategories. We have originality, we have versatility, and we have impact. And we'll be starting with originality. And I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out exactly how to score this on originality, because on one hand, it does feel like a truly unique piece of memeage. I mean, just calling somebody a softie or a liberal or what have you is one thing, but to have this very powerful video of somebody as well known as Alex Jones doing this sort of mocking liberal sing-songy song and dance, and use it ironically, taking away any of the seriousness of what Alex Jones was trying to originally evoke, really does a double, 1-2 punch of execution that I have to say doesn't really exist in meme culture or in Alex Jones GIFs otherwise. That being said, if you wanted Alex Jones saying something crazy, you have 10 billion examples. This probably isn't even the first video with Alex Jones making fun of liberals that is captioned and posted as such, and so I wouldn't exactly call this a unicorn of a meme, but I do think it gets some points just for how specific and well executed it is in the job that it's trying to do. So I would say it's original. I would say it's got a little bit of originality in that sense. Second subcategory is versatility. How useful is this meme in more than one application? How useful is this meme in more than one variation? And I would say that this probably gets full points here. I mean, obviously it's a little bit specific in the way that it can be used, right? How many people can you just call a liberal? But then thinking about that just a little bit more, it's not. This is really a meme that can be used in any situation where somebody disagrees with you. Obviously, the perfect execution would be in situations where somebody disagrees with you and you're kind of in the wrong. That's the perfect way to use it. But really, if you just want to use this as a troll face image and just send this to anybody who disagrees with you, regardless of how right or wrong either one of you are, it works just fine. Take a look. I don't like Reze because she killed innocent civilians. Oh, you don't like the hot bomb girl from the Chainsaw Man movie? Liberal. Liberal. It's great, right? And then we've got stop peeking mid every round. Listen, you might be a pussy who's afraid they might smoke you out, but I just bought an op with no armor and I'm gonna keep peeking mid, you liberal. And then what else we got? Favorite pho place, replace the paper menus with QR codes. That one actually is a little bit, hey, liberal agenda, oh, we're making too much effort to try to conserve natural resources or what have you. This pho place has gone woke, but you see the contrast between how well some of these applied and how generally some of these are applied, and how well this meme still does a good job at putting the little liberal jingle in your head alongside Alex Jones saying it. I would argue, because of how well this goes into multi-fandoms, multiculturals, it's so widely applicable in its use case, I would say full marks for versatility. And then the last category we've got is impact. How much of a difference has this made in the meme culture? Would it have mattered if this meme didn't exist at all? How many other memes do exactly the same job as this one, sort of thing? And I think this is great. I think, the more specific of an application that a meme has, the better it really gets an opportunity to shine, because when you have the perfect tool for the job, you really feel like the job gets done the best that it can do. And I think this Alex Jones liberal meme, one could imagine that Alex Jones memes would have fallen off ever since he got sued for the whole Sandy Hook thing. Look it up if you want more information about it. But it's really gone from somebody that maybe some people agree with and is like speaking the truth that people are too afraid to speak to, much the same as like Andrew Tate or somebody. But ever since he's sort of been outed as a proper rage baiter being paid to just rile up the public by saying the most ridiculous things possible, you would imagine that people would stop using his memes now that it doesn't seem like as much of a joke anymore. And yet still, Alex Jones continues with this meme to infiltrate the meme culture in a way that is now self-satirizing and ironic. It's really reached sort of like an end stage life cycle. There's more awareness of this individual, and so there's actually more body to the meme that's being used, and it's actually evolved as a result of that. So this has really gone from a sort of basic look at this hilarious lol cow on the internet to something that's got a lot more meat to its bones, a lot more to chew on, and there's very few of those, in my opinion. So again, while this isn't necessarily making world headlines, it doesn't even have a page on knowyourmeme.com yet. I'm having to do a lot of this research willy-nilly free-handed here, but I think all that considered, it's small, but it's very, very well done, underappreciated in my opinion. Is it original? Is it versatile? Has it made an impact on the meme culture in a way that would not exist without it? In the yield category, again, I don't have a lot of negatives about it. There are a lot of Alex Jones memes, but I think this one is, sort of has its own spot where it does quite well. It's very versatile. Not only are there different fandoms using this and different ways that people are using this, but there have even been some musical edits of it that I will show you in a minute. And in terms of impact, again, I don't want to take too many points away simply because it's a meme that's only existed for a week or two. We try to find memes that have, not extensive bodies so that it's worth analyzing. Again, I really don't have anything negative to say about this category. I think this gets another perfect 25. Moving into the third category in the hyena rubric, the N, which is the nasty gal category. We're going to take a highlight at some of the lowlights. What are the negative aspects of this meme that we need to keep in mind despite its popularity? 3 subcategories we're taking a look at here: the cringe factor, the coworker meme, and the industry plant meme. Taking a look at the cringe factor, we want to take a look at the social risk that you put yourself in when sharing this meme of Alex Jones. And I think this meme really benefits from the time that we're in, that we're so many years detached from the absolute peak of Alex Jones content. Everybody is now a little bit more aware of who he is, what kind of person he is. He has gone through controversies that have really highlighted the negative stigmas, not even really stigmas, the negative personal characteristics of this individual. And so we get to bypass a lot of that because we don't really need to worry that you're not ironically sharing an Alex Jones GIF. You know what I mean? Everybody understands that when using this video of Alex Jones, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. You're not exactly idolizing this individual as somebody whose preaching should be followed. So it isn't inherently cringe, assuming that you're a little bit aware of the meme culture, right? The second category we're taking a look at is the coworker meme effect. How likely is this thing to become adapted by normies? How quickly is this going to be something that your mom is going to share at the office, that your grandma is going to send you? I would say it probably doesn't really lose any points here in the traditional sense. Like, it probably isn't going to be something that you're going to see grandpas start wearing on t-shirts just by the nature of it being Alex Jones and a video and what have you. But I do think we need to keep in mind that Alex Jones, with inherently politically charged memes, even if they're used ironically, you do have to have a little bit of concern that they start to get used unironically. I can absolutely see situations where somebody is genuinely trying to make fun of liberals, as it were, by using this video of Alex Jones, calling them liberals, and then making fun of snowflakes or left-wing what have yous, completely ignoring the fact that the popularity of this meme and the way that the vast majority of people are using it are ironically satirizing the commentary of Alex Jones, tongue-in-cheek as it were. And I think it's inherently susceptible to that just because of how much of a right-wing figurehead Alex Jones is. So few points lost for that, for sure. And then the last subcategory we're taking a look at in the nasty gal category is the industry plant factor. How authentic, how natural is it that this meme came to fruition in popularity? Or how likely is it that this is something that's got an agenda or like a corporation or money behind it in an effort to showcase this? And it's not like I have insider knowledge. It's not like I have a perfect understanding of exactly how this came to fruition. I would love to believe that the reason that this meme started to become popular is because somebody saw this clip and wanted to use it ironically. But the reality is that Alex Jones has been doing this InfoWars show, TV show, and posting absolutely ridiculous clips of himself speaking his mind and his agenda onto the internet in an effort to flood the internet with this content. And so, there is an air of like, if you share anything, any popularity, any attention is good attention, right? So even if you are sharing this meme of Alex Jones speaking about liberals in a tongue-in-cheek manner, you are at the end of the day putting money in Alex Jones's pocket, and that probably isn't due to a lack of his production or his team flooding the internet with his thoughts, his videos, his TV show, his internet show. This is probably a clip from his show highlighting his thing that was then ripped and stolen for other people to start using as a meme. So probably a teeny bit of industry plant points to be lost here. That being said, I would say not too bad in the nasty girl category. I would say, all things considered, with this being a meme that comes from the space of political arguments and political content, with this involving, highlighting even an individual as controversial as Alex Jones. I mean, this could have been horrific crash and burn, but in reality, I think because so much of this meme is self-aware in its use, as I've seen, that it's used to ridicule this very ridiculous individual that is featured prominently in this meme, it's self-aware enough that it doesn't end up losing a ton of points for being purposefully cringe or purposefully normified. And as a result, I would say pretty high marks here. I'm gonna say 20 points out of 25 seems fair. Last category in the hyena rubric is the A, which is the aura, otherwise known as the X factor. These are highlights and lowlights of the meme that don't really fit into the other categories, aren't really as measurable and concrete as the other categories, but I feel the need to mention so that you have a better understanding of the entirety of this thing. Also, my personal reflections on this meme. And I'll start off by saying, I think this meme is fantastic. I cannot highlight enough the fact that this meme takes something that Alex Jones is saying in earnest and then parodies it and satirizes it in a way that ridicules somebody else while being wrong yourself, in a way that mirrors a lot of the talking points and the way that Alex Jones is perceived. There's such a beautiful little parallel here that I think can only really be appreciated if you are terminally online enough to watch a fat Indian guy review memes on the internet. I mean, this thing was kind of made for us hyenas. The other thing I want to highlight is the fact that Alex Jones did such a silly little sing-songy ridiculization, that's not a word, of liberals has led to some talented memers making musical edits of Alex Jones. For instance,
Liberal, happy, happy, fun, fun, 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 happy, happy, la, la, la. Destroy the child.
Great. Musical edit, takes the fact that he did a little bit of a sing-songy thing. It still works as the original meme because this sing-songy bit still starts with him saying liberal, so you could still use this interchangeably with all of the previous examples we've done, but then you get a few extra points for not using the meme that everybody else is. What a nice little variation. I actually found even a second musical iteration.
Liberal, happy, fun, la la la, human smuggling, fentanyl, gas, forced government euthanasia, la 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 la.
It's great. It's great. It's creative, and it even doubles down on just how silly of a rant this was by Alex Jones. I cannot say how proud I am that everybody seems to be using this correctly in the incredibly politically charged nature that the internet is in right now. We have still found a way to take a meme that comes from politics and use it to make fun of other people on the internet. That fills me with joy. I cannot say that enough. This is great. An incredible run. I never thought in the second episode of Pixel Purgatory we would find ourselves with a meme that scores this highly. I would say it's got a lot to do with how good the meme is, but in reality, it's got much more to do with how good I am at finding memes that are worth taking a look at, and you should subscribe if you want to see more of this in the future. That being said, I'm giving this a full 25 points in aura, which means the Alex Alex Jones liberal meme on Pixel Purgatory gets an official 95 points on the Hyena rubric, one of the highest scores we have seen so far. Again, it's only episode 2. If you guys have some of your own examples that you would like to share with the class, please let me know down in the comments, alongside any other memes you would like to see in future episodes of Pixel Purgatory. I'm excited to cover every single one that we can find, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Spisu!